recording. Good evening, welcome. Thank you for getting on the Instagram Live Summit training. My name is Nikki, Nicole, the CEO and founder of the Diva Speak. I am a business trainer, a public speaker, as well as an entrepreneur who's been running a few businesses for the last decade or so. Prior to getting started for business for myself, I was a high school student working in corporate America, and I got hip to the backstabbing, two-faced, manipulating ways people are in corporate America. And me personally, I know at the age of 17, I wasn't fond of that. There's no reason for you to be making up stuff and backstabbing people and trying to, destroy people's reputations just so you can get ahead. I mean, there's enough money in the streets for everybody to make money. So when I noticed that at 16, 17, and 18, 15, 16, and 17, I decided I'm going to be in business for myself, because at the end of the day, I can have control over my income. I don't have to worry about what other people do, say, have, or be, because it's my business and it's either my way or the highway. Makes sense? So I did what most normal people did. I went to college. I got a degree in business and marketing. I got a bachelor's. I got a liberal arts degree and associate's degree in liberal arts. My concentration was in marketing. And during that time while I was in college, I was taking 21 credits every semester because I wanted to get the F out of school. I didn't like school. We're just sitting there paying these overpriced fees for these courses, as well as these overpriced fees for these books that we don't even really use. Yes, I couldn't stand it. So, I was working on trying to get a part-time job while I was in college, so I can mainly just cover my living expenses while I go to school. And it was hard. It's weird. It's I don't understand, why is it so hard to get a part-time job working 15 hours a week and go to school and work in an office, because I wasn't trying to be in McDonald's. I wasn't trying to be in no Macy's. I wasn't trying to be selling nothing. I just wanted to sit at a desk and file and copy and send emails and answer phones and keep it pushing, right? That's what I was trying to do. Something easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. And so I went on 501 different interviews as a college student. And I would get these jobs where they only want you to work 15 hours a week. But during those 15 hours a week, they wanted you there 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And for me, that didn't make no goddamn sense. Why do you want me here 5 days a week, only working 3 hours a day? It takes me an hour and a half to get to point A, an hour and a half to get to point B. Real talk. So they didn't make no kind of sense. And especially as a college student, I was only going to school 2 days a week, either Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday and Tuesday, something like that. So I had 3 days a week to work. I can easily bang out 4 to 5 hours and did the same type of work they wanted me to do in those 5 days. But it didn't work out. So during that time, I got started with my direct sales company. And I was just doing that just to generate some type of income, because at the end of the day, I needed cash. And I ain't had the patience to be waiting on people till they decide to get out of their head. People want to be foolish. I remember going on an interview and someone was like, "Oh, you're overqualified." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, overqualified? It's either I'm qualified or I'm not. It's don't you think if someone's overqualified, they're more than capable to do the job? So that was the BS excuse people would give me, and other people I've learned had that same and if you're one of those people that heard that in an interview, people will say you're overqualified, so they're not going to hire you. And it's listen, if I choose to get paid less than what I may think I'm worth, then that's fine. That's a choice I should make. Don't sit here and try to undercut me because you feel, oh, she's overqualified, I'm not going to hire her because she's going to want to ask for more money later. I don't, stupidness. So, again, part of the reason why I went in business for myself, I ain't got time for the BS. It's either pay me or get out of my way. So I worked my network marketing company throughout college. And then when I graduated college, finally, yes, guess what happened? Boom. The economy crashed. Get your life. So the economy crashed. This was back in 2009, 2008 time frame. And the year I graduated college is the year that the economy crashed. So when that happened, now it's everyone's losing their jobs, everyone losing their 401k, everyone's losing their homes. So you have the real estate bubble, all this craziness. So I'm sitting here what the fuck am I going to do? I got kids now, I got a husband, I just graduated college. I didn't have any college debt. But the point was, it made no sense, because at the end of the day, it's you work hard to get this degree And then you're like, now I have it, and people playing games don't want to hire you, or playing games give you the runaround, or playing games like, oh, you're overqualified. And then the economy crashed, and it's just like, well, damn, the people really not hiring. So I had to really sit down and like come up with a solution to making something happen. So I decided, like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work my network marketing company full time, just to generate some cash. I'm going to promote myself into a leadership position just so I can like get my life together. I need to be like Ivana fix my life, because it was like you're doing team too much. It was crazy. So I revamped myself. I got committed, worked my network marketing company. Got to the point where, you know, I got towards the leadership roles. I recruited over 30 people. I was the #1 in sales in the month of, I think, September 2010. I don't remember the date. I could find it. I printed it out. But I was published in the magazine, my company's magazine, as the #1 highest selling consultant by doing $36,000 in sales in 1 month. At the end of the year, I was the #1 in sales and recruiting out of my team, you know, under my director. And then out of the whole entire national division, I was #3 in sales. So out of like 3,000 or so consultants, I was like #3 in sales. And I'm sitting here like, well, probably was 6, really 6,000. Because if it was, how many directors she had? Like 10, everybody had 30-ish. So it was a lot. And I was #3 at the end of the year. And I'm sitting here like, what are y'all doing? Like, why am I #3? You know, like, I'm not mad, but I was curious, like, why nobody else on stage? Like, y'all don't sell products. Y'all just sitting here spending money, coming to these Monday night meetings for these network marketing businesses and just watching people want to be clapping. I'm not paying $10 a week or $20 a week to attend a meeting to watch you have success. I wanted some money too, you know? So it was fascinating. And then I learned real fast, a lot of people wasn't selling. They was just, you know, they were just showing up just to show up, which I don't understand, but whatever. That's a different conversation. You know, you have a lot of people doing these front loading, like they're pretending they're having success, but then they're really buying the product with their credit card, and then they wonder why they quit and the business isn't working. I'm like, you was cheating because you wanted success. You wanted to look like you had success. You wanted the recognition. I didn't want recognition. I wanted the checks. Real talk. Like, keep the gifts, keep the applause, cut me my check. So, you know, it got to the point where, you know, obviously I evolved and I ended up starting my fitness company. And while I was with my network marketing company, I am a business coach. I still work with my network marketing company. So I've been training and coaching my team for like at least close to a decade. You know, I'm the one that put the trainings together, the locations. I do the conference calls. You know, I get them their welcome email sequence and a welcome new consultant packet. Like, I'm the one that was working with them and calling them when they was crying, like, nobody brought my product. And I'd be like, did you ask? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, then what did you expect? You know, like, I keep it real. I don't BS people. I'm not going to say, hey, just put the product in front of people and posting social media is going to work. No, it don't work like that. You got to ask people, hey, do you like this product? You know, circle yes or no. Remember back in the days, people would be passing these notes and they'd be like, do you like me? Circle yes or no. You kind of have to do that this day and age. Do you like my product? Yes or no. Do you want to buy my product? Yes or no. You have to ask. So I just want to throw that out there. So overall, you know, recently I decided to offer my coaching and my business and marketing skills to the public. And I got to this point because I personally got scammed out of close to $10,000 and then some. I invested my money into this instructor business opportunity. I paid money to this company called Vixen Workout and became a certified instructor just to teach fitness classes. Now, at this time, I wasn't working out, so it made sense. Instead of me spending money to take classes at a gym, why don't I just become an instructor and have a gym or dance studio pay me? You know, I'm getting paid to work out. I'm motivated to show up to the gym when I know I'm getting a check. Real talk, you know, that's how I think. So that's how I became an instructor, because I had to trick myself to working out. But like, say, all right, if we done this, you say you're going to go to the gym and then you just don't quite make it. Or you say you're going to put on that DVD to work out and you just quite don't do it. Stuff happen, you know. So I eventually said, I'll become an instructor. And I spent money and invested in this business opportunity, which became a scam. You know, it is still running. This is an ongoing nationwide scam happening. And the CEO of the company, who was also a female, you know, had an issue with me because I was having success when I initially got started in her business. And because I have experience in marketing and education and sales, I didn't need help from them. Even though this fraudulent business wasn't offering any help, there was no training. It was just like, give me your money and you go figure it out. But I figured it out because I already knew what I was doing. So she became jealous because I was going to outshine her. And she did all these manipulating things, and there was a lot of bait and switch going on. And I don't take kindly people messing with my money. So I used to call them out like, first of all, you said this, now is this, which one is it? Because at the end of the day, I'm paying you money every month to be part of this business, and you doing a lot of bait and switch sketchy things. And I don't, you know, how my bank account works is when you mess with my money, you know, I'm going to get real hood and it's going to be a problem, you know. So eventually it got to the point where I was scammed out my money, and because I wasn't going quietly, I filed a lawsuit with the company for fraud. I went on Help Me Howard, which is a local news station out here in New York City, to call them out to the public that they're running a scam. I ended up on even a Dr. Phil show about this situation, and it wasn't that they just scammed me out of my money. It was just how they went about it. They said it was going to give me a refund, and they never did. And when I went to the media, they started making death threats towards me. They started sending people to my house. They violated my privacy as a customer and put my address on social media. This woman by the name of Janet Jones made 3 cyberbullying pages about me and was trying to really bring me down emotionally and mentally. And it's like, I have no emotion. So what are you doing? Just give me my money and we good, you know. And, you know, it got excessive. She started sending people to my house to assault me, sending people to my kids' school to grab them up. And it's like, you're doing too much. It's not going to scare me out of filing this lawsuit against you. So long story short, here we are. Because of the scam that I incurred with this company, Vixen Workout, I made the decision to start offering my training and my skills to the public, because I know most people that's in a network marketing or a business opportunity or a franchise opportunity, if something's not going right or something's not going according to plan or something doesn't make sense or you're not seeing any success or you're not making any money, most people will internalize it and start blaming themselves, and they'll start thinking something's wrong with me, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, and pretending not to know that it's the company, pretending not to know that people sold you this hype and said, hey, you could be successful, just give me your money, and you do it and you follow everything that they say, and all you're doing is hemorrhaging out money, but you're not bringing in anything. So because of so many people still involved in this fraudulent scam, I decided to offer my training resources and my coaching and my marketing skills and my techniques and systems, and offer it to the public. So that's how the Diva Speak was born. Go figure. You know, after I get scammed out of my money, I decided to help others, because it got to the point where I felt bad that people were spending money in these franchises and these business opportunities and wasn't getting the support that they needed, wasn't getting the training that they needed, wasn't getting the help that they needed, but they're spending money. So that's how the Diva Speak was born, because I got sick and tired of people being conned out their money, being taken advantage of and scammed. And I'm like, yeah, this is a mess. Ha, pineapples. So, that's the backstory. So what we're doing here today is we're going to talk about the number one thing you need to know on how to close your sales. So real quick before we get started, I wanted to share, if you're brand new to me, welcome to being on the video. If you haven't not yet joined our newsletter to get updates when we're hosting events, when we're hosting workshops, when we're doing any sales, go ahead and click the link in my bio or click the link in the description box where you can join our email list to get notifications for the business summit. So eventually the videos replays are free for right now for those that have a membership on my website, which is www.thedivaspeak.com. But eventually, if you're not part of that group, you're going to have to pay for those videos. So go ahead and get your life and get them things for free before I start adding an invoice to that. So, 2, we're in the process of putting together a new digital download. It's going to be about how to build your email list. So if you're in the process of now implementing email marketing, and you're now in the process of, using online marketing and using social media to grow your business or to scale it, or you're just starting, definitely hit us up about that free download that's coming to works. I want to say in the next 2 weeks, so look out for that. Outside of that, we welcome you to share this video and share this page. Tell a friend, tag a friend, because we offer free resources 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We do Instagram live trainings for the Business Summit training. And outside of that, we have ebooks, webinars, workshops, and all this fun stuff. Actually, in-person events and workshops. So if you're in the New York City area, check that out. So now let's get started for the training. So the number one thing you need to know in order to close your sales is that you have to know who you're talking to. And what I mean by that is you have to know the personality. You have to know the personality of the person, of your prospect, of your clients. There is no one-stop, one-size-fit-all way to market and promote your products and services to the public. You have to be very clear about that. There's different types of people that take in information differently. You have people that have to read it 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times before they make a decision. You have those people that have to ask 501 different people before they make a decision. You have those people who are decision makers and will do it right now because they've been looking for something, or you have a solution to a problem that they have. So this is the kind of the emotional roller coaster a lot of entrepreneurs go through, because one minute you have people who will buy instantly, and the next minute people take 20 years to even make a decision, and you're frustrated because you want your sales right now, you want the profit right now, which makes sense. But you have to really understand that there are 4 different personality types when it comes to business. And if you aren't clear on knowing who these personalities are and how to receive their information that they're giving you, as well as how to deliver information to them, you're going to continue to get frustrated. The reason being, I share this because I see a lot of people, always saying, well, how can I get sales? Well, I get some sales. How can I get more sales? And, well, people take too long to make the decision, or people always asking for free stuff, or whatever. And I'm sharing with you that that's normal. Again, everyone don't make a decision on the spot. 1 in 4 people you promote to will be that decision maker and be like, okay, I'm interested. Let me go buy it right now. You know what I'm saying? But there are other people who are not in that position. You have to layer them more than one form of You have to use more than one form of communication to get your You have to use more than one form of communication to get your message out to your prospects. That's going to lead to a sale, as well as you have to understand you have to tell them more than once. So sales and being in business does require patience. There are times where things work instantly, and there's times where things is like moving slow and steady. I'm an advocate for letting people know, like, you should have more than one form of income. And when I say more than one form of income, what I'm sharing is not have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 businesses. Some people can do it. If you're not that person, don't do it. But what I would say is, inside your current business, you should have more than one product you should be promoting to people. So regardless whether it's a physical product, digital product, tangible, intangible, it doesn't matter. You should have more than one product under your business to promote. So let me give an example. For my fitness company, I have my straight fitness classes in person. Boom. 2, I'm in the process of creating online downloads that people can download, and it'll be a home study course. So that would be my second product. 3, I have a weight loss program that I'm involved with. So when people are interested in losing weight, then they can get involved in my weight loss program, which requires them to purchase the recipe plus the training and the home study booklet that goes with it. So that's about, and then I also offer private parties and private trainings. So it's still under the fitness umbrella, but there's multiple ways people can pay me money. So if you're not interested in group training, you might be interested in a personal one-on-one training. And obviously, since that's personal one-on-one, I'm going to charge a higher cost. Ooh, y'all like, oh, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So don't think, oh, I sell handbags. Yes, okay, you could sell something that goes with the handbags. What are some items that people buy with handbags? What are some items that people have with handbags? I don't know what the name is called, but there's these little charms that hangs off the edge of the table, and it has a hook, and people can, like, instead of putting their handbags on the back of their chair or putting it on the floor, they can get those, I think it's a handbag holder. It's like this big. You can offer that as an additional item in your store in addition to your handbag. So, hey, someone comes and buy a handbag from you, they can buy that handbag holder addition, where you can put it on the table and there's a hook, and they can hang their handbag on that hook while they're, doing whatever that they're doing. It's very simple, because yes, you have the handbag, but then you also have that handbag hook, which goes hand in hand. People come like, oh, well, if I'm going to buy this, I might as well get that. Now, say if you ever went to buy something and you're like, oh, they asked you, matter of fact, here's a good example. How many of us have gone to McDonald's, right? How many of us have had the cash? You went in and like, you know what, I'm going to get 1 or 2 things off the dollar menu just to hold me down till I get home. I just need something to eat before I pass out, right? It don't have to be McDonald's. It could be anything else. But I'm just saying McDonald's because they've mastered this art. So you go to McDonald's, you go get your 1 burger or your 2 burgers. And what does the cashier say after that? Would you like fries with that? She's asking, would you like to add another product that goes with the product you already purchased? And they usually, if they're good, they'll say, would you like fries with that? It's only $1.19 addition. So you're like, oh, well, if I'm already spending $2, what's an extra $1, right? Oh, and then you're like, sure. Then they add the medium fries. Now your shopping cart went from like $2 to now $3 and change. Then they're going to ask you, would you like to add a small drink with that? It's only $1.49 or $1.15, whatever the price is. And you're like, well, why not? Now your shopper cart went from $3 something to $4, almost $5. You came in there only spending $2 and you walked out spending probably $5 by then. And then what they're really going to do is say, well, since you're getting all this, you can save money by getting one of the menu items, like the number 2 and number 3 and number 4, and you can get a large X, Y, and Z for an additional upsell. So McDonald's have mastered this art because we've done it. They ask you, would you like fries with that? So you have to think when it comes to your business, what are the would you like fries with that items can you add, or you currently can either add to your business, or that you currently have in your catalog and you can include in your sale. So this is what we call the upsell. Ooh, I know, it's crazy. I like, yep, I went to McDonald's, went to spend $2, came out, spent like $30. Crazy. Same thing with the grocery stores. I know, like Walmart. You go to Walmart, look at the cashier. All these little knickknacks, $1, $2, 50 cents. You know, you're like, oh snap! You be quick grabbing this, grabbing that, grabbing this magazine. You only went there to spend $30. You came out spending $100. You know, so again, they've mastered the art of upselling their products and their services. So let's go back to the communication and knowing the personality types. So this is why it's important to know the personality types in regards to your business, because at the end of the day, you have to know who you're talking to. You have to know what form of communication works for them and how you can deliver your products to close the sale. Patience is key, and it's important to know this. So we're going to go over why it's important to know the personality types. Number 1, so the personality types I like to refer as the D.I.S.C. This is called the D.I.S.C personality, almost like CD-ROM disc, or CD disc, but it's D.I.S.C. D-I-S-C. D stands for the dominant personality. I stands for the influential personality. S stands for, I think, want to say submissive or security oriented, and then C stands for conscientious personalities. So I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this, and then tomorrow's broadcast, we're going to break down each and every personality type in regards to how to recruit them, how to close them, how to market and promote your products to them. Because again, you can't have a one-size-fits-all ad and think everyone is going to attract to it. You have to be mindful there are different personality types. So it's when you're creating your advertising, whether it's a digital ad or a website ad, whether it's free or you paid to get it broadcast, you have to be mindful of including all 4 different personalities in your ad. because people, unless they're a C person, the C personality will read it from top to bottom and read the fine print and be like, you made you misspelled something. So again, D.I.S.C, D is for dominant, I for influential, S is for submissive / security oriented, and C is for conscientious. So the pros for knowing these personality types. Pro number 1, you know how to talk to them. You can tell what their hot buttons are, and you won't bore them nor chase them away because you're speaking the language that works for that personality. Another pro for knowing the personality types is, now that you know how to communicate to them and you know what words and language to use, you understand how to present your products to them. So who's a D I can think of? So someone that's like, I want to say interested in like being number 1 in something, and like, oh, I'm into competition. Someone that's like competition oriented, and it's like, you know, let me see, I'm trying to find, so D personality is a dominant. So basically, let's say I was talking to a D personality and I would say, hey, listen, you know, I got this product, I want you to check it out. The D would be like, get to the point, how much is it? That's something a D personality may say. And you may be that type, or you may ran into somebody that type and you're not, and you was like shocked, like, oh my god. And she's like, what's the point, how much is it, where's it going, like, what are you doing, get, you know, they're trying to rush you to get to the answer rather than doing your whole presentation spiel. They're like, how much does it cost and where can I get it at? They want to know, get to the point, what's the point, why am I here, you know, how much can I make, or how much is it, you know. Those are some key factors a D personality would do. So again, if you are not a D personality and you're communicating to a D, you sitting there telling your whole life story, you sitting there explaining all the pros and cons of the product, and you explaining how much it costs, it may not appeal to that person. They like, get to the point, how much does it cost, does it work, you know, get there. Is it money, is it business you want me to invest in, how much do you need, how much are you making? Kind of like with Shark Tank. I'm trying to think with Shark Tank. I gotta really study Shark Tank now, because I'm trying to think who would be a D person. I think Robert Cuban would be a D personality, because he's like, get to the point, you know, how much do you make, what are your revenues, what are your sales, what are your overheads, how much have you done right now, how long you been in business. So I would say a D personality would be Robert Cuban, because he's like, I want a decision now, you know what I'm saying? He has those tendencies. So if you watch Shark Tank, you know, or you are currently if you're currently watching Shark Tank now, I want you to really think about the personality types once you go through this whole entire training, from today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, because you're going to learn all four personality types. So if you watch Shark Tank, look at Robert Cuban, look at how he talked, look at the questions that he asks, look at the speed of listen to the speed of his speech, how fast are he asking those questions, you know, and that will be an idea visually of what a D personality is. They want to know facts right now. Let me know what's going on, what's popping, does it work, this is my offer. You know, they don't need much of a whole, you know, storyline and woe is me and tragic story. You know, they're not that personality types. So a pro with a D is that they're fast decision makers. You will sell them if you let them know exactly how much it costs, does it work, and how they can get it, how fast they can get it. So those are the pros for a D personality. So some cons with a D personality. If you're a slow and steady type of person, if you're the type of person that speaks, you know, you take your time and you have to do research, you might be intimidated by talking to a D personality, because again, they're fast paced, they want it right now, or they're going to be like kick rocks and then knock you down and, you know, move on to the next thing. So with a D personality, again, you want to be able to deliver the facts, you want to deliver the value, you want to deliver the cost, you want to deliver how fast they can get it, and show them that it works. There's no long pitches. So when you're getting fast sales, like you post an ad or you post an email, you post something on social media like, oh, this item is for sale, and you get fast decision makers, those are more likely the D personalities. They're great. Now, how does this D.I.S.C profile fit into your business? How this fits is because it helps you identify how to communicate to your customers, your prospects, your staff, as well as how to advertise and overcome objections. Have you ever had a situation where you're like, I don't know how to overcome the objection. I don't know what to say. I keep getting the same type of objection over and over and over again. And you're like, kind of like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But by knowing the D.I.S.C format, the D.I.S.C personalities, knowing the personality traits of your prospects, you will know, oh shoot, this is how I got to talk to them. She likes facts. She wants figures. She don't need a whole story. Or this person needs this, you know, type of information. If you run a business where you do product presentations in person or over the phone, the D.I.S.C personality format is great for you because you, again, know how to communicate your message fluently to them. So we're going to go back into the pros and cons of an I. So let's go over some quick pros of an I personality. So an I personality is a very influential person, aka the cheerleader. How many of us have had a cheerleader friend, or you know somebody that was a cheerleader? They're high energy. They're like, oh my god, you know, I did this and I did this and I wore this outfit and like my shoes. Oh, these shoes are tight. Oh my god. And they tell you like their whole life story. I'm like, yeah, oh my god, like when I was a child. You know, high energy, talk fast, you know, wears bright colors, you know, likes fun. She's like the social butterfly of the group. He or she, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? These are the I personalities we call influential. They're very influenced by fun, bright colors, having a good time, and looking good. So, and they talk fast. So you can find an I personality based on their speed and if they're high energy and just almost hyper. Now, if you're not an I, you'll be kind of like, I don't know, she kind of intimidates me, because you might be a slow and steady type of person, and that's just not a personality you jive with, which on a personal level is good, but for a professional level, you have to know how to adjust your marketing, your content, your advertising. You have to adjust how you're closing the sale based on how that person, that I, receives the information. So these are some pros in regards to how to, some pros for I. So here are some tips that you can use in regards to how to close a sale or communicate with an I. One, you want to focus on fun. How does your product and services, you know, create a fun environment for them? So for instance, if I was selling skincare and cosmetics, I would say, oh my god, you're going to look awesome and amazing in these products. Your skin is going to feel so good. You're going to be like the life of the party. People are going to be like, oh my god, I love that lip color. And you're going to be like, oh yes, thank you, girl. Oh my god, this is awesome. I use X, Y, and Z product. Or you can pitch the sale to say, hey, your friends are going to love this look on you. Think about what type of poses you're going to use on social media. Think about the photos. What outfit you're going to wear when you put on this eyeshadow. Girl, get your life. You think I just sold that eyeshadow to that person? Because again, her focus or his focus is fun, bright colors, looking good, and having a good time. So I'm pitching my products exactly to what works for them. Now you're sitting here like, I need to learn a little bit more about these personality traits. Yes, come back tomorrow. We're going to go more in deep into each individual one. But those are some pros in regards to talking to an I. Fun, looking good, having a good time, definitely fashion forward of some form of a nature. She's going to be the cheerleader, the social butterfly. The pros of communicating to an I who's an influencer, an I personality, is that they're going to share your products to everybody and their mama. Because if they're using it, they're promoting it. Are you tracking? So, usually an I is very fast to make a decision. So if you on purpose share with them your products and services in regards to how it's going to make it fun, how other people are going to feel when they're using the products, how they're going to feel when they use their products, how the I personality is going to look and what people are going to think about them, you know, how they can show off and flaunt your products and services. Girl, get your life. They'll be quick and be on board, and they will buy fast. Now, you're probably sitting here like, damn, I didn't think about changing my ad, you know, to talk about fun. This is why it's important to know the personality types, because, again, there's no one-size-fit-all ad. There's no one-size-fit-all script. There's no one-size-fit-all, advertising campaign that's going to work with everybody. 90% of the time, when we're advertising for our products and services, when we're writing the content, when we're making the graphics, when we're pitching the presentation, or we're closing the sale, or we're asking questions at the customer service Q&A portion, it's usually going to mirror our own personality, which is why there's a pretty good chance most of your customers are just like you. Real talk. Really think about it. You know, if you're looking to scale your business, you're looking to increase your income, you have to understand and learn the D.I.S.C so you can adjust your marketing plans. You can adjust your closing tactics. You can adjust the ads that you make to attract different types of people. Because currently, we're only attracting who we are. Real talk. Are you tracking? Starting to make sense? Starting to add up? It's like, ooh, child. So, again, an I personality, pro, fast decision maker. You show them fun. You show them how they can look good, how they can make other people look good, how they can show off, how they take a whole lot of pictures. Who do you know take a whole lot of selfies? Those are the I personalities. I'm pretty sure if you get your product in their hand, you're going to have free advertising going out, and you don't have to ask them to do nothing. Because, again, they process information by showing off, flaunting, having fun, being the life of the party. So if you adjust your advertising to attract an eye, you're not only going to have a quick customer, but you're also going to have a customer who's going to advertise for you. Boom. And if I were you, I will host like an annual party at the end of the year and invite your customers to attend. Girl, can you get excited? Because if you have I personalities in your customer base and you do an annual party, a holiday party, or a customer meet and greet, I don't care what title you make it, figure it out and invite all your customers that purchase stuff to come out, whether they local or not, doesn't matter. Host an annual event to celebrate your customers. Those I personalities will be posting that event all over social media, tagging your business name and using your hashtag all over social media. Now you got a PR person in your pocket, hello, who is flaunting your products, your services, your event. And guess what her friends are going to be doing? Well, what is this business about? Now they're going to tag your business. Boom. Can you say checks to the bank? Get your life. Y'all need to learn about these personality types. I tell you, this is money sitting on these streets. And y'all sitting here like, I can't get sales. Yes, you can. Girl. All right. Now, the con with an I personality is that they can't retain a lot of information. So if you're very facts, figures, black, white, yes or no type of person, you're going to struggle to communicate with an I. That's why you have to learn who they are, how they receive information, and what's important to them so you can deliver your products, your services that speaks their language. So if you overwhelm them with boring facts, an I is going to be like, they're going to check out and they're going to leave. Real talk. So that's the con with an I. There's other cons. We'll talk again more about that tomorrow. I just wanted to go over the basic overview so you can get an understanding of the D.I.S.C personality traits and understanding how this come into your business. Again, same thing. You can use these same personality techniques, tips with your family members, with your kids, with your staff. Yes, you know, so it's not just in business. This is just in life. So the next personality trait we're going to briefly go over is the S personality. So this is very submissive, security-oriented personality. So usually these people are like the mother figure of the group. So think of people that you know in your family that's always the mother figure in every situation. They're always making sure everyone's taken care of. You know, they put everybody needs first except for their own. So that's a clear indicator of an S personality type. A very submissive, security-oriented. So how you promote to a S personality. So one of the pros of an S personality, well, this is a pro. One of the pros of an S personality is that they're family-oriented. So if your products or services are Well, all products and services can relate to the family, because at the end of the day, if it's solving a problem, it's not only going to help the person, but it's going to also help anyone associated with that person. But how you promote your products and services to an S personality is that you have to focus on how it helps the family. You can't talk about that person, how it's going to help them, because their mindset is, I have to put everyone's needs first before mine. So when you're speaking to an S personality, or you're advertising to an S personality, you have to deliver your messages about family oriented, how it helps the family, how it helps the kids, how it helps your area, how it helps the neighborhood, how it helps your community. It has to be about how it helps everybody else but that person directly. So let's say I was selling skincare. Yes. Oh my God. Let me see. How can I deliver skincare? I know if I wanted to recruit you, how I would do it. Okay, so let's say if I was promoting skincare, right? And I had this hand scrub that made your hands and your feet feel good, right? So what I would do is I will pitch the products as if, hey, this will be a great product to have. That way your whole entire family can have nice, soft, supple feeling hands. And then when you're with your husband, you know, you guys are going to bed at night, maybe, you know, with your, now that your feet is more soft, he, you know, you can like kind of rub your feet up on him and he'll be like, oh, baby, that feels good. You know, you can make him feel good, or you can make him feel special. Or think about using the hand scrub every day, you know, put it by your sink and just wash your hands with it. And then what you can do is when your husband come home late at night and he's tired, you can give him a nice massage and he's like, oh, this feels good. Now that your hands is more soft, you know, he's going to definitely enjoy it, and what's going to relieve some stress from his hard day at work. Boom. Do you think I'm gonna get that sale? I promise. I know I would say more stuff, but the point was I pitched the product as if when you start using this product, how it's going to benefit your friends and family members, how it's going to benefit other people. Same thing with that hand scrub. I can pitch it as if everybody in the house can now have soft and more supple hands. They're less likely to get blisters. If you have children that are in sports, this is more important because they're playing baseball, they're playing baseball, they're holding the bat, or they're playing football, so they're doing a lot of rough stuff, and your hands get dry and cracked real fast, and then you're outside in the cold, and you can't really wear gloves when you're playing football. So by using this scrub on a daily basis, what it does is keeps the moisture inside of your hands so it doesn't blister later on. So it will keep your family and friends, it will keep your children's skin safe and secure and moist despite what the weather is happening, and it will keep it soft and it's less likely to blister. Boom, you think I'm getting that sale? This is a hand scrub, and I was talking about how I help everybody else, how I help her kids. I gave her an example. You know, you play sports, you outside, you in the field, you rough. I talked about the keeping the moisture inside so it won't get blistered, because this is stuff that happens. Our hands get, you know, stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So, again, by knowing the personality types, you know how to deliver your products to that person. Boom. Easy. And this is something that all business owners have to know. I don't care who you are. You don't even have to be in business. You want to get married? You've been learning about the D.I.S.C, honey, because you got to know how to drop it, flip it, smack it, spank it, and deliver your products and your services to the man of your dreams so you put a ring on it, or to the girl of your dreams. You got to know how to communicate to them to get what you want. Hello? So don't think, oh, this is just in business. No, this is in life. So again, a con with a S personality, they take a long time to make a decision. Most S personalities are like, you know, are usually in either home health care industry, or they're the stay-at-home moms that don't work. They just stay at home and that's all they do and take care of the household and the kids. They're usually in a nursing field or hospital field, some type of caregiving field, or just a caregiver at home. So usually they automatically run towards a certain industry to get a job. Or sometimes they're the assistant. You the assistant, you doing everything. You making sure your boss is handled, right? So again, a con for an S personality, a very security oriented, submissive personality type, they're slow to make a decision. You have to tell them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times before they make a decision to go forward. So if you're dealing with an S personality, you have to understand how they think. And once you master this, you won't get frustrated when you don't get sales when you want it. Because you understand, okay, she's an S personality. She's going to need a little bit more layering. So let me send her certain emails, or let me send her certain videos, or let me send her certain samples, or let me invite her to this event to continue to layer her on my products and services, to continue to deliver my message on how this is going to benefit her friends and family members and how it's going to benefit her community. So that way, eventually, she can turn around and be a customer. And I didn't share this. A pro with an S personality is that they're very loyal. So once you got them as a customer, they're gonna come back again and again and again. But the con is that they're very slow to make a decision. So when you have an S personality, understand you're not gonna get paid right away. And when you're making your advertisings, you have to gear it again towards their language. Their language is everybody else's needs before mine. So if you run, let's say, so depending on what type of business, this doesn't matter what type of business you're in. Point blank is, if you're wanting to scale and you wanted to get more customers and you want to get more sales, you have to come up with 3 to 4 different ways to market your one product. And it has to match these personalities, so that way you can attract more customers that are not like you. Because we naturally attract people that's like us. Unless you hired like a professional copywriter and an advertising company to run your ads, if you're personally doing it one-on-one, you have to know these personality types. And we're going to go over into grave detail tomorrow and then on Thursday, exactly on the 4. So you know, like, okay, let me see if I can tweak some of my ads. So the last personality type is the C, which is the conscientious personality type. Most conscientious people are Virgos. You met a Virgo, they're very detail oriented and analytical, and yes. So a pro for a conscientious person is very detail oriented. They like facts, they like figures. There's no gray area. It's either black or white, yes or no, up or down, left or right. Period. There's no, I gotta think about it. You don't get no, I gotta think about it from a conscientious person without a reason. They don't say, I gotta think about it, and then dodge you like a plague. No, if your conscientious person say, I gotta think about it, they're actually gonna go do research before they come back to you. Boom. And most conscientious people will do research on you before they even contact you with questions. So if you get an email, you got like 501 questions, you know you got a conscientious prospect on your hand. So another trait of a conscientious person is they read everything. Research. They're a researcher. They're more likely going to be an accountant, a bookkeeper of some sort. They do research. We will look into your business model before we even contact you with questions. We will look you up before we even contact you to join your business. And we will try you out. And if things don't add up to what you advertise, to what you're delivering, the conscientious person is going to correct you and check you at the door. If you have a misspelling, a conscientious person will tell you, you misspelled this word. How many of us have ran into somebody that's like that? Say I. So understand, these people think differently, they process information differently, and they need to go through a series of events before they buy your products. So a pro for a conscientious person is, if they buy a product from you, it's because they like it. So if you have a conscientious person who purchased your products, it's because they like it, and more than likely they're gonna refer other people. Because 90% of the time, they're going to do their research before they even buy your product, before they even ask you questions. They're going to look you up. They're going to Google you. They're going to your website, your social media page, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Google Plus. They're going to go to go to the courthouse, see if you got any warrants. You know, background checks. Is she crazy? And you know, these are what conscientious people do. They do their homework. So when you're communicating with a conscientious person, facts and figures, if you have a manual, you give it to them. You have a frequently asked question page, you send them to the frequently asked questions page. If you have samples, you send them the samples. They have to do their research. Otherwise, their brain cannot comprehend justifying buying your products without testing it to see if it's legit or looking into it. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have a frequently asked question on your website. 2, you need to have testimonies, written and video testimonies, somewhere online, whether it's your website or social media, it doesn't matter. Figure it out. Because the conscientious person is going to read all the testimonies. And if you're good, we'll mess around and we'll tag them. If you tag them, and if you tag the person who wrote the testimony or did the video, the conscientious person is going to go to that person's profile or email them and say, hey, I saw your testimony on this website. I wanted to personally ask you about the product and how you like it. You thought I was playing when I said they did research? They do their research, trust. But let me tell you why it's important to have these things in place. Because again, if you want to scale your business, you want to increase your sales, you want to expand, whatever it is you need to do, you have to have certain things in place that's going to target and that's going to speak to these personality types, because they retain information differently. And if you don't have your website set up, you don't have any email sequences set up, you don't have no documentation of certain things on how to deliver your products or to promote your products, you miss a lot of money on the table. So again, that's what a conscientious person will do. They will contact the person that did the testimony and ask them 501 questions, and then they're going to come to you and ask you the rest of the questions. But then let me be clear. If you're doing a good job on delivering what you say you deliver, you're going to get that conscientious person to buy from you. They're going to refer business to you, and they're going to keep buying from you, because a conscientious person, once they did their research, they're not going to do research to find somebody else that offers what you offer. They're very loyal. They're going to keep buying from you. Think about a hairstylist. When you buy hair, when you go get your hair done, 9 times out of 10, you go to the same beauty salon, the same beauty beautician to do your hair. Or if you're a guy, you go to the barber, you go to the same barber, you go to the same barber shop, you probably go the same day, either every week or every month, at the same time. You know, there's certain things you do because this company or this business prove they have what it takes. And now that you're satisfied with the results, you're not going to go anywhere else. So real quick before we wrap up, the one question you ask people to find out their personality type is you ask them, tell me about yourself. I'm going to repeat. The question that you ask people when you first meet, I swear to God, everything I love, do this today. Even if you know the person, just call them on the phone and say, hey, I want to do a survey. I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to answer it. And just write down what they say. And then come back tomorrow and tell me. And I'm going to show you which personality types they fall into. But the number one question you ask people in regards to figuring out what personality type they are is, tell me about yourself. Everybody will tell you who they are, how to talk to them, and how they receive information. But you have to listen. And that's the number one thing you need to know about closing your sales. You need to know the personality types, and you need to know how you need to listen to how you can promote your products and services to them, because they're going to tell you. If you ask the I personality type, tell me about yourself, they're going to tell you their whole life story. I grew up in, the farm, and, and then I moved to LA, and I joined the cheerleading squad, and I went to a lot of parties, and then I dated this guy named Bob. They'll tell you their whole life story. It'd be like Team Too Much. TMI, you know what I'm saying? And they're high energy, and they're like, ah, and they just hype. That's an I personality. So you know, fun, social. Let me talk to them about this. Let me pitch my products that works to what works for their brain. You talk to a D, ask them, tell me about yourself. They're gonna list their achievements. They're gonna say, well, I graduated from Yale and I have a PhD in this, and you know, I moved and I brought an 8-family home and I rented it out and I, made $2.8 million, whatever. They're gonna pitch to you their stats and their achievements. So get to the money, get to the benefits, how much it is, and how fast they can get it. That's how you communicate to them, point blank. So understand this is important. If you're talking to an S personality and you ask them, so tell me about yourself. The S personality is going to tell you about everybody in their family but them. Oh, my husband, he works here and he's been this job for X, Y, and Z. And my kids, I have 2 kids and I've been married for 4 years and my 2 kids go to high school and they're at this and this high school. And my youngest just, he just got this award. They're going to tell you about everybody and their mama but them. Real fast. So okay, I need to talk about family-oriented related products or pitch my products that's going to revolve around how it helps the family and how it helps everybody else for them to buy from me. And if you talk to a conscientious person and you ask them this question, so tell me about yourself, you're going to get a question with a question. Just ask a conscientious person, anybody that's analytical, detail-oriented, that reads the fine print, whoever that is in your family. I swear to God, I dare you, I double dog dare you. Pick up the phone, text them, email them, message them, I don't care. If you got a detail-oriented person in your family, go ask them a question. So tell me about yourself, randomly, out of the blue. And they're going to be like, what do you want to know? Why do you want to know that? Why is that important? What difference does it make? You're going to get a question with a question. That's a detail-oriented person. Point blank. You ain't going to get an answer. You're going to get a question with a question. It's going to be a question. Doesn't have to be those questions, but you're going to get a question. So again, it's important to know the personality types. So now we're going to wrap up because we got the countdown going on Instagram Live. I want to thank you guys for getting on. Tomorrow we're going to go over the meat and potatoes of the 2 personality types. We're going to talk about 2 of the 4, either D.I.S. or C. We're going to go into grave details on how to close them, how to recruit them, how to get them in your customer base. So stay tuned for the next broadcast in regards to the training. We'll be back here tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not yet clicked the link in my bio, go ahead and get that done. I thank you guys for being on this broadcast, and take care. Have an awesome, amazing day.